Sullivan palmed it down, then just tumbled it forward. No effective disposal there. Well done by Cockatoo, who ducked his head. Advantage paid, said the umpire, and the Allies just a chance to stem the tide momentarily. They use it well. Jackson off by foot to Abe Davis, who's an exciting prospect, Kev.
Yes, he is a boy that can play 93 centimetre, 6'4", key position player. He's a boy from Sydney, so he's in the Swans Academy.
Kearney trying to kick across half forward. Cockatoo marked. He's got to look out. Managed to shrug the tackle, just tumbled it forward. Wobbly ball. Southern stand side, a chance for the NAB AFL Academy. They've got the numbers and they use it well. Here's Mills. Just retreats and they slow things down. One way then another was Crocker, Oakley Chargers boy. They tasted success in the TAC Cup Grand Final last year. And boys, both sides just taking a while to find their feet, it seems. As they move the ball forward, the Allies, numbers with the NAB AFL Academy. Ball spills free to Coughlin. Ferocious in tight. Well done in the last week with West Adelaide, alongside Sam Durden, the highly touted big man from South Australia. And now he's got his opportunity to shine on the greatest stage of all, the MCG on Grand Final day. Chance for the Allies. They push forward. Kick inside 50, not great. Hamilman couldn't mark, nor could Coughlin, although he did well below his knees.
Himself in the national draft. And the other choice 11 that's coaching today is Brad Johnson.
Yes.
2-number choice 11, and of course the games record holder at the Western Bulldogs. He coaches now what's called now the NAB AFL Academy under the new brand, and today they're playing as the Australian under-17s.
Here's a chance for a Chi, who went round the
250 games. It'll be a special day for him today, not just for the Swans in, but to see the young boys from his region playing in this game. He's one of the initiators of this concept, to give the boys the chance to play, expand the game.
Well, Hodgson worked through traffic, did really well to create. Chance for the big man, Bruce. Sets it up, long towards the tip of the goal.
The turnover came.
Here's a chance for Mills. Pumps it long in the Archie direction. No mark taken. You spoke about Cockatoo. Here he is, Kev. Spun out of trouble. Interesting option to retreat inside defensive 50. But still a chance with some time and space. Andrews kicked towards.
The defensive effort of Lockie Weller down here to spoil the ball, and the backline was outstanding.
Then it was Terry. Highly rated youngster. Expected to hear his name read out early in the draft. Although this not as good by the Allies. Turnover. Chance for Archie. Kicks long inside 50. Option there. And Shaki with the one hand.
Good take.
The Murray Bushrangers leading goal kicker this year as a bottom major.
That was a special take. I mean, just the ability just to be able to pluck it in off one hand like that was very good.
I think the amazing thing when you look at the list of players at this age, when you're 196 centimetres and 90 kilos at 17 years of age, it suggests you've got a bright future as long as you've got the athleticism, and no doubt that's something he's going to continue to work on. This is
as a lead-up tall forward as well. He's also an impressive size at 193.
So it's the AFL Academy to come clear out of the set, and Matheson did the clearance work as that kick came forward from Argus. The ball punched free and over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Well, Tristan, the difference between the two sides at the moment, I think
Kearney followed up, delivered towards Shaki, meeting the sandwich, no mark taken. Aidan Johnson was at the fall of the ball, all locked in the end, and we'll see another ball up.
The Allies have done it pretty well. They've got numbers back, which has just made it a little bit more difficult for the boys to find their sessions each.
So a nice opening for the Allies. The AFL Academy just lacking the clinical execution inside 50, although here's an opportunity. Slipped through the fingers of Aidan Johnson, and coming clear there was Dawson, although his kick partially smothered. Pouncing there for the AFL Academy. First blood was Balek, and he kicked.
It's fascinating.
Including the father-sons and the Academy players to be in that special draft, which will be on the 6th of October, so that's Monday week, not that far away. That's why these boys are presenting fairly well here today, the boys from the Allies. They see this as their chance to really present their final case as a player in the game to the AFL clubs. Are all here having a good look today.
And you'll have full draft coverage, trade coverage as well on afl.com.au. Kel Toomey live at the Combine. Terry Wallace and myself involved in trade radio, kicking off on Monday. as Hodgson delivers forward. And good mark in the end to the Sullivan direction. Had the height advantage. Well done over the top by Weller to bring it to ground. Here's a chance to Cockatoo. He was just about decapitated. Came inboard. His handball too slick there for Hodgson, who fumbled, but then copped a push. So picks himself up. Academy boys push numbers back. Academy boys have to work with, Kev.
Yeah, you can see Glenn Jakovich down there as well with Brad Johnson. Matthew Lloyd is also a specialist coach, as is Brad Otten, so they get the best of the best. They're overseen by Mick Ablett, who's our Academy's development manager. He's in charge of the program, so they get great instruction. The Academy boys would be in together about 40 days a year. A camps-based program, so they come from every state and territory of Australia, and this is the great thrill that they get.
AFL Academy kicking to the city end. Sullivan up, won it down. Cockatoo now on the ball. Really slick hands, then fumbled. Chance just really burrowing through there for Jones. He was wrapped up though. Good tackle. And Dunkley, as it bounces around like a pinball. Dunkley at the back. His kick ricocheted off the shin of an opponent. Chance for Hislop. Really clean hands below his knees. Good evasive work by Cockatoo. Turned onto his left. High ball towards the tip of the goal square. And a fantastic mark in the end taken by Howard.
Good start again by the Allies. I thought Hislop's work in there was very good. Very, very good of it. But that defensive pressure is what the recruiters are looking for.
And we'll talk in a moment about Reece Matheson, a boy from the Geelong Falcons, won a medal named in your honour. Here's Cockatoo.
Oh.
He'll waltz to 50, unguarded goal square. They get back in the end, the big men. And he's just tugged it left, but what an excitement machine. Nakia Cockatoo.
Well, we've been waiting for it. We said he'd been injured for the year.
He kicks out wide. And really too easy in the end. Just managing to pick their way through the Academy's defence, and Cockatoo worked hard to get on the end of this. Mark on the paint of 50. We've spoken a lot about him. Decent size, kicks laterally. Jones inside 50. Howard didn't have to break stride, and as a full forward, I reckon that's how you like him, Terry.
Yeah, very much so. It's a beautiful kick. I mean, it's just
all the work with the AFL Academy boys to do. Kearney's moved into the centre circle. Matheson there for company. Sullivan won it down, although he was off balance. Cockatoo tried to burst his way through. Got a handball forward. Sullivan followed up. Did really well. Good tenacious stuff by the Academy boys. Ends with Cole.
Enthusiasm from the Academy at stages, and yeah, as you said, if they had been a little bit more accurate throughout the day, I think it might have been a little bit closer now.
20-minute quarters, so 19 minutes and counting for the AFL Academy to mount a comeback as Cockatoo on the outer side just tucks it under his arm.
great run.
He's been an excitement machine, just arches his back. Now he's caught in two minds, he's run too far.
Look, don't care at all about that. That's what you want to see him taking on the game. He's been an outstanding player in this game, one of the best.
And this has been perfect for him, this game, hasn't it? Lack of footy throughout the year, so a chance to impress.
But quite
it's not a top end full of heaps of class through the midfield, unlike last year. Some tools, a bit of a different stock at the top, but he's been fantastic today.
Callum Toomey alongside Terry Wallace. Tristan Fernanda, my name, calling all the shots as Cockatoo takes a bounce. This would be something special from 40. Nakia Cockatoo kicks the goal.
Wow. How good was that?
That's what we've come here to see. And with their 11th, 11-4-72, leading the AFL Academy.
The middle of the ground has just been too good, and then we've had the class on top of that, you know, running and carrying, so they've been able to play the inside and the outside game, the Allies boys.
Andrews did well. Here's Cockatoo, got his hands free. Ballick managed to shark. His handball was a hospital one to O'Kearney, and the ball locked in.
I think it's obvious as well that the Academy's missing a couple of their top liners too, so Darcy Parish, Darcy Tucker. If you threw those guys in, Jacob Hopper as well, I think it'd be a little bit closer.
Once again, stalemate ensues.
Well, and as we've sort of said, I mean, it should have been closer anyway.
Yep.
They've just missed opportunities as well with their scoring.
Pick in the 40s.
Coghlan's also been lively, probably faded out a little bit in this second half, but the early signs were really good. As McGuinness went over the top to Cockatoo, 45 out. Perhaps a tad ambitious on that time, on that occasion.
Confidence is up.
But his confidence is up, why not? Centre stage MCG. And I think we've seen enough to suggest he'll be a pretty good player in years